ladies, I am here tonight on the show. I am gonna do just a video tonight. I did not do a live stream tonight. I ended up playing video games tonight with my friends, and before I knew it, it was 10 o'clock. I apologize. I lost track of time. Maybe tomorrow we'll see. But anyways, here tonight, I'm gonna here to talk about. There was some NFL news tonight as Brandin Cooks was traded to the Houston Texans for draft picks. So look, let's get right into it. Obviously, Los Angeles, they're just trying to, unload them some money. They still own Todd Gurley some money. They still own Clay Matthews some money. Even though they released them, they still have to pay them. Still got Jared Goff contract. Still got Aaron Donald's contract. They just got a lot of money. They own too many players, a lot of money. So they got to unload some contracts. So they're just unloading some salary here by trading Brandin Cooks to Houston. Let's focus on Houston here. Okay. Billy O'Brien. Okay. So look, for what I understand, the reason he traded it's still pretty stupid. But the reason he traded DeAndre Hopkins, who's the top 3, if not the best wide receiver in the NFL, was because he didn't like him. Because DeAndre Hopkins brought a lot of women and a lot of little babies. Because I guess he has a bunch of babies with different women. And Billy O'Brien did not like that, and so they just couldn't agree to it, and for DeAndre Hopkins to stop bringing his mama babies, mama babies or baby mamas, what the fuck you call it, and his children into the facility. So Billy O'Brien got fed up and ended up trading him to Arizona. I think it's stupid, but that's apparently why he ended up. It was more of a off the field situation than a football situation. Billy O'Brien just didn't like DeAndre Hopkins' woman and his babies at the stadium at all times. So, whatever. You can't work through it. I mean, come on. If LeBron James brings a bunch of women and a bunch of babies, I'm not going to release them. Are you? Or trade them? All right. So now we fast forward. Stupid trade. Whatever. Deshaun Watson has kind of sent some hands on Twitter that he might want out. He's obviously pretty upset that they trade DeAndre Hopkins away, his best weapon. So I wonder here because there's so many damn wide receivers in this draft class. It's loaded. Lamb, Ruggs, Jefferson. There's so many wide receivers in this draft class. It is loaded. They could have just gotten a wide receiver in the draft younger and cheaper than Brandin Cooks. Like, what are you doing here? Now you got a guy who's, what is it, like 5 years, $80 million, whatever Brandin Cooks' contract is. You could have saved up that money, paid Deshaun Watson, continue to pay the Jeremy Tonsel and tighten up that offensive line. This is like, did they do this trade to try to make Deshaun Watson a little bit more happier? Because from a financial standpoint, and from a football standpoint, especially from a financial standpoint, it does not make sense. Okay, you did the stupidity because you don't like him, because he brings a lot of women, a lot of babies to the stadium. You traded him, DeAndre Hopkins. Well, at least now let's look at the positive about it. Okay, if the one positivity is now you got extra money to pay DeAndre Hopkins. I beg your pardon. Pay Deshaun Watson and pay the offensive line, Jeremy Tonsel, and the rest of that offensive line. But now here you go again. Now you're tied up to another contract. Brandin Cooks, who's a worse player, than DeAndre Hopkins. Like, what's the point? Like, seriously, did Billy O'Brien pull this trade up just because he was afraid that Deshaun Watson was not going to longer want to be on the team? That's the only thing I can think of, because it would have made a lot more sense for you to save up the money, pay Deshaun Watson, pay some other players on the team, and then just go get try to get DeAndre Hopkins replacement in the draft. This draft class is loaded with wide receivers. What are you doing, Billy O'Brien? Like, seriously. Like, you literally got rid of a top 3 player, and I don't even know if Brandin Cooks is a top 10 wide receiver. But you had to pay him like what, $70-80 million for the next 5 years. Now you still gotta pay DeAndre what's his face? Deshaun Watson. Why the fucking Deshaun Watson. You Larry Tonsel, you gotta protect the guy. This is stupid, man. Just flat out stupid. I don't understand, man. I don't get it. Like I said, the only thing I can think of is because I don't want to think that Billy O'Brien is this stupid. That the only reason he did this is because he felt some pressure from the Deshaun Watson tweets that he wanted out. He's like, okay, let me at least go get him another weapon in Brandin Cooks. Because from a financial standpoint, even a football standpoint, it doesn't make a lot of whole sense, man. Seriously, man. The only one positivity in this was that you had to clean up some money to pay Deshaun Watson and Lermy Tonsil and some other people on the team. Now you're back to tying up. Your money's tied up again with Brandin Cooks. I don't get this at all, man. That's the only thing I think of. That Deshaun Watson, they didn't want him to ask for a trade, and they're like, okay, let's go get Brandin Cooks then. That's the only thing I can think of. It would have made a lot more sense for you just to go get a younger and a cheaper wide receiver in the draft. That's just me. Brandin Cooks, the guy switches teams more than a slut switches hotel beds, or more than I change my underwear when I have diarrhea. Like the guy's been on the Saints, the Patriots, the Rams. He's on his 14. So maybe he's not that good. This is team number 4 for him now. And I believe every time he's gotten traded, he's never gotten a free agency. Everything has been the Saints traded him, New England traded him, LA Rams traded him. Maybe there's something. Maybe he's not as good as we thought. But we'll see what happens. But Billy O'Brien just does not seem to know whether to shit or whine his watch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm out like a light. Holla at your boy.